Thanks, Ben. Good evening and welcome to the Late Look North. First tonight, there's a warning that the rising cost of children's social care in our region will mean many councils cutting the very services that keep families together. New figures show the number of children in care in Yorkshire has risen by 3% over the past year and now stands at almost 7,500 children. This all comes at a time when the number of foster carers continues to fall. Emma Glasby reports.
Hiya.
Lois is treasuring those first few months of being a mum and starting her own family. She was in care in Bradford from the age of 8, but grew up as part of a big foster family.
I always felt like I was quite different to everyone, which I didn't enjoy, but I got an education from going into foster care. I felt like I've got a family, I felt safe and happy. I've learned how to have the confidence to speak up for myself. Just mostly being part of a family. Like, it's always been lovely to have a family and felt loved and everything.
But the fostering system today faces huge challenges. Figures from Ofsted show the number of households fostering for local authorities has fallen by 11% since 2019. In Yorkshire, the number of children in care is up 11% since 2019 to almost 7,500. Private residential homes can cost councils thousands of pounds per child a week. So fostering organisations say keeping hold of carers is more important than ever.
Foster care, especially foster carers who work for local authority, are by far the cheapest option. If they're being dwindled away, which they are, and the latest retention figures show that, and recruitment is not replacing those foster carers, you're in that crisis whirlwind of emergency family team, placement teams looking to place a child anywhere, somewhere. You know, there's children sat in offices like with the bags for hours on end whilst they try and find somewhere to send them.
In Leeds, the demand and the costs in children's social care keep rising. It's now one of the biggest pressures on the council, and the future looks bleak.
We are now in a position that we have to make some cuts in social care. And the risk in doing that, and this has happened nationally, is that you end up having to cut the very services that will stop children coming into care. We will try to do everything possible not to, but it's really hard to see how we won't have to make some cuts.
Protecting vulnerable children is always one of the biggest priorities for councils, but it's a group that keeps growing, and the finances are not keeping up. Emma Glasby, BBC Look North.
The Department for Education says it's investing £27 million to deliver a fostering recruitment and retention programme so foster care is available for more children. Next tonight, an inquiry into child abuse in Rotherham will not start any new investigations from next year. Operation Stovewood has been investigating sexual exploitation in the town between 1997 and 2013. More than 200 people have been arrested and 26 convicted in the last 9 years, according to the National Crime Agency. From January next year, South Yorkshire Police will take on any new investigations.
I'm really sad that the NCA have made this decision because, to be quite honest, for the last 10 years they have been fantastic. They have completely changed the way victims and survivors are treated by the police. They've made it all about getting justice for those victims and survivors rather than seeing them as obstacles that are in the way.
The family of Maddie Cusack says Sheffield United have agreed to a full external inquiry into events leading up to her death. The 27-year-old midfielder died in September. The death was not treated as suspicious by police. Her family say Maddie was a happy-go-lucky, carefree girl, but her spirit had been broken in the months before her death. A Leeds-based national debt charity says that over a quarter of people in Yorkshire will struggle to afford Christmas this year. Step Change commissioned a survey with YouGov, which revealed that 6% of people in our region are likely to borrow on credit to afford Christmas. The charity's urging people to ask for support if they're worried about their finances. Now, additional accommodation is being provided for homeless people tonight due to the cold weather. City of Doncaster Council say they've activated their severe weather emergency protocol. It means they're providing extra support for homeless people to find a warm place to sleep. And the first transatlantic flight powered by cooking oil and agricultural waste took off earlier. The research into what's called sustainable aviation fuel came out of the University of Sheffield. The journey from London to New York by Virgin Atlantic is seen as a major step forward towards green flights. It's thought to produce about 70% less carbon dioxide than regular aviation fuel. Right, let's get the weather. Here's Paul.
Hello again, good evening. Well, widespread sharp frost to come over the next few nights. There'll be ice as well. A risk of a few wintry showers, especially towards the coast, but most of us will be dry. It may well be by the time we get to Thursday, this northeaster will bring a few wintry showers inland. But as I say, the emphasis is on a lot of cold but bright weather. So the first dusting of snow of the season for more eastern parts tonight as these coastal wintry showers work their way inland. Just make a note of that. Further to the west, a sharp frost, especially across the Pennines, -6 there in the Yorkshire Dales. So I think tomorrow, as I say, a lot of places will be dry with some sunshine. Still a risk of a few wintry showers, especially North York Moors towards the coastal strip. But inland, it's dry and really quite sunny, but very cold. Today we had 6 or 7 degrees. I think tomorrow nearer 3 or 4 degrees. And more bright sunshine with a few wintry showers as we head over the next few days. That's the forecast.
Thanks a lot for watching. Good night.